What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Don's Reacts back with another video. Today we reacting to the 10 most racist moments in wrestling, WWE, etc. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll to 200 subscribers. Let's get right into it, though.
How you doing?
Oh, I've seen this before. I just never thought it was real. Cause I didn't see this moment live. I never knew this was real. I seen like a short clip of just this video.
What's good in the hood?
Hold
it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up. I'm a nigga.
Unfortunately, there have been far too many instances of racism in wrestling throughout the years. A lot of these instances go on behind closed doors and only get revealed later down the line.
True.
However, there have been times when major wrestling companies such as WWE have been openly racist on their television programming.
Because of the color of my skin.
But which times were they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 of the most racist moments in wrestling. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
Yeah, I hadn't done a wrestling reaction in a while, so you know,
Number 10. Shelton Benjamin mocks Yoshitatsu. In 2009, WWE would debut the talented Yoshitatsu on the ECW brand. For his debut match, Yoshi would go one-on-one with WWE's best in-ring performer, Shelton Benjamin. Unfortunately, a pre-match promo by Shelton completely overshadowed Yoshi's debut. Before they wrestled, Shelton would mock Yoshi's Japanese
I mean, I don't remember him. I remember him. Well, I kind of picked up on ECW a little bit too late. By the time I started watching ECW, that's when it was about to I guess they were gonna discontinue the show by the time I started watching it. Which the show wasn't a bad show. I still say it was a good show. The problem just was that it was called ECW. That was the only problem for real.
Accent threatened to call Godzilla and even mocked the traditional Japanese bow.
Oh yeah, yeah, I could see how that's overshadowed the match. Like, I don't know, they kind of, I mean, this had to get approved by Vince, so I get that Shelton was a heel, but you're trying too hard, man.
His exceptional Macks skills are never questioned.
It was incredibly tasteless.
No matter how good the match was, that was gonna be what overshadowed it. Yeah, that was a little too. That was a bit much.
Absolutely nothing to help get Yoshi over as a new superstar.
Make his debut back on ECW tonight.
There was actually quite a bit of backlash online following the segment, and WWE thankfully moved away from Yoshi's first storyline being solely based on his race. Number 9. Jim Neidhart is a KKK member.
What? This is just random. Huh? Why have I never heard about this?
Without question, one of the most distasteful moments in pro wrestling history occurred at an independent show in 1995. Virgil was set to take on
It was an independent show, so this one probably didn't get talked about much. Just imagine if they tried to pull something like this off now. The internet would go crazy. WWE would be canceled.
Known as Thug, when Thug made his way to the ring, it appeared as if himself and his bodyguard were dressed in KKK outfits. The bodyguard then revealed himself to be Jim Neidhart. The Thug and Neidhart then proceeded to lay out Virgil. It was one of the worst moments in pro wrestling history, and we'll never know why anyone thought it was a good idea in the first place. Number 8. JBL goes hunting for illegal immigrants.
What? Bro, why haven't I heard about none of these so far, bro? Like I said, just imagine them trying to do this stuff now. The internet would go, especially that first one with the Stop the Asian Hate campaign going on.
Or when Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and Stone Cold Steve Austin were all absent from WWE programming following WrestleMania 20, WWE urgently needed to create new main event level stars, and one of these stars they would look to was Bradshaw. Bradshaw would be repackaged as JBL and begin a feud with Eddie Guerrero over the WWE title. An element of JBL's new character was a hatred for seemingly anyone who wanted to enter the US. WWE wanted to emphasize this point of his character so much so
I guess
that
because of the rivalry with Eddie Guerrero, they really wanted to use this as a form of, like, what's the word? A form of to, like, push the feud even further. So I won't say it makes sense, but compared to the last two, I get it, I guess, but it doesn't make sense. But I get
a
it.
segment which featured JBL hunting for
They
illegal
wanted to get
immigrants
some
on
heat
the border
around
between
him, but
Texas and Mexico.
I don't know why they be doing like try to get heat around people with the race-based jokes. Or
Towards the end of the infamous segment, JBL would confront a family and then proceed to physically kick one of the individuals as the family ran away. Number 7, Rodney Macks White Boy Challenge.
Eat it, white boy. Eat it, white boy. Eat it,
What is
white
this? What is this? The White Boy Challenge. What is this?
Rodney Macks White Boy Challenge was a short-lived gimmick for Mack in 2003. The gimmick involved Mack challenging any white member of the Raw roster, and then Mack would proceed to squash whoever answered it.
I don't know why this cracked me up so much. The White Boy Challenge.
This would last for a few months before the challenge was answered by Goldberg, and obviously Goldberg was victorious. But during this time period, Mack was a part of a stable with Teddy Long and Jazz known as Thuggin' and Bugging Enterprises. The stable consisted of African-American superstars who believed that they were being held back due to their race. Unfortunately, although the stable would add a lot of talented superstars such as Mark Henry and Jazz, the group never obtained much popularity. Number 6, Jinder Mahal impersonates Shinsuke. The 2017 push of Jinder Mahal was one of the more controversial pushes in recent memory.
Yeah, he went from a jobber to a main event talent in no time. Like, I don't know what happened. It's like, why they, out of all people, why they didn't choose Heath Slater or something, man, to go from jobber to this spotlight.
Jinder went from a virtual jobber to WWE champion in just a space of a month, and throughout Jinder's run, WWE fans struggled to take him seriously.
Yeah, because he's been a jobber for so long. It's like, how can you take that serious? This man will be used as a squash match for like legends, if legends would return, and new superstars. He was one of the people that would be in a squash match. How can I then take him serious?
Champion had some rather underwhelming moments, and unfortunately for Jinder and WWE, a particular segment that he was involved in was universally panned. During his feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, Jinder would cut a promo on SmackDown which featured the WWE champion mocking Nakamura's accent, saying all Japanese people look the same, and he would even compare Nakamura to Mr. Miyagi. The live crowd would chant "That's too far" and "That's racist" as Jinder continued. The backlash was so severe that the WWE was forced to issue a statement that read, "Just like many other TV shows or movies, WWE creates programming with fictional personalities that cover real-world issues and sensitive subjects. As a producer of such television shows, WWE corporate is committed
like I say, this stuff got to get approved by Vince. And I'm pretty sure, even, let's say, I don't know if he wanted to say this stuff or not. Let's just say he didn't. If he didn't go, let's just say Jinder Mahal was not comfortable saying this stuff. Vince probably applied pressure on him. Hey, look, you're not built for this top spot if you're not built for controversy. Yeah, that wasn't my best Vince impersonation, but yeah, I tried. But yeah, seriously, like, Vince is that type of dude. He want the promo done down to the T. So with that said, Jinder couldn't go out there last second and change his mind on what he was gonna say.
Embracing and celebrating individuals from all backgrounds as demonstrated by a diversity of our employees, performers, and fans worldwide. Number 5, Kurt Angle is not a fan of the black people.
Wait, huh? But he got a black son, according to WWE, Jason Jordan.
The Year's Revolution in 2006 was notable for a number of things. Edge would win his first ever WWE title by cashing in on John Cena, and Kurt Angle caused a lot of controversy thanks to a racist comment he made during a promo. For some context, Angle would cut a backstage promo alongside manager Daivari. In the promo, Angle would state that his favorite country is France, before randomly revealing that he wasn't a fan of the black people. The point of Angle's promo was for him to make a point that Angle could say anything and the crowd would always cheer for him. Now, although the comment was completely tasteless, WWE decided against editing it off the WWE Network, and as of 2021, it's still...
Dang, it was still on the WWE Network too? Why didn't I never see this then? I hope he played a clip then.
...featured on the pay-per-view in its original form.
And you know, truth be told, I'm not a very big fan of the black people.
Number 4, Triple H.
I don't think he was supposed to say
Very
that
big fan
either,
of
because look at
The
the
black
dude.
people.
He's looking like, huh?
Number
Triple
4, Triple H. A storyline leading up to Booker T and Triple H's match at WrestleMania 19 is without a doubt one of the most controversial storylines in WWE history. The storyline had racist undertones throughout, and one particular promo from Triple H a few weeks before WrestleMania was clear evidence of this. In the promo, Triple H would state, "I think you're a little bit confused about your role in life here. You're going to get to go to WrestleMania, but the fact is, Booker, someone like you doesn't get to be world champion. People like you don't deserve it. That's reserved for people like me." That's where the confusion is. You're not here to be a competitor, you're here to be an entertainer. That's what you do. You entertain people. Hell, you entertain me all the time. Go ahead, do a little dance for me. Go ahead, give me one of those spinneroonies. Entertain me. That's your job. Don't be embarrassed. You're here to
I
make
don't know
people
what to
like
say
me
on that
laugh
one.
with your nappy hair and your suckers. Well, sadly, it didn't stop there, as the WWE would air segments which featured Triple H throwing money at Booker, telling him to carry his bags, and even Triple H telling Booker to bring him a towel. Although the storyline was controversial, WWE could have made fans forget about the storyline if Booker simply beat Triple H at WrestleMania. Instead, he didn't, and Booker lost clean to Triple H. And to make things worse, the finish of the match involved Triple H hitting a pedigree on Booker and then waiting a whole 30 seconds before going for the pin. Number 3, Vince McMahon drops the N-word. At the 2005 Survivor Series, Vince McMahon would have a backstage promo with WWE Champion John Cena. To close the promo, the
But
WWE...
what was the purpose of this promo? Like, dog, this was 2005 when this happened? Why haven't I never... I mean, I seen the clip once, and it was like a meme. So I didn't know... I thought it was fake. But, what was the purpose of this promo altogether?
WWE chairman would refer to Cena as the N-word and just walk off.
Keep it up.
Vince would then walk past Booker T and Sharmella, and Booker then proceeded to deliver his trademark catchphrase,
He didn't just say that.
Now, this without a doubt was one of the most tasteless and backward segments WWE have ever aired, and it just so happens to feature the WWE chairman himself.
What was the reason?
According to Bruce Pritchard, it was a different time and admits that the segment doesn't hold up. He stated,
I don't think it holds up well. Probably so.
It doesn't hold up well. Even for the time, I'm pretty sure it didn't hold up well. Like, what was the purpose?
People whose opinions were asked, and, you know, again, it's just a different time and a different place where you did different things. That
though is like when people make, like, I guess race-based jokes, and they'll try to paint it as, oh, times was different when I did that, or I don't think like that for real. Same excuses.
were not, you know, not things that hold up. When I go back and I'm into the Alfred Hitchcock hour now,
This the dude talking. The dude that's talking must be the person that
some
wrote
of the things
like wrote the script for him to say this.
On television of men just basically slapping the shit out of women back and forth as if it was just another day at the office. And it's just time has a way of making things cringeworthy. You know, again,
time do have a way of making things cringeworthy, because some of the things we did in school was very cringeworthy, but this isn't one of them. I don't know.
Different time, different place, different mentality.
The infamous segment has since been edited off the network, but it's still a clip that often gets shared around social media.
Yeah, that's why I
Number 2,
originally
Blackface in WWE. WWE has unfortunately had a long-standing history with allowing their superstars to use blackface in a storyline. The first instance of this was with Roddy Piper, who proceeded to wear half blackface and half body paint for his feud with Bad News Brown. Another infamous segment took place in the Attitude Era, and it featured DX doing an impersonation of the Nation of Domination stable. In the segment, X-Pac would impersonate as Mark Henry and would have blackface to try and mimic Henry. X-Pac has gone on record to say that he hates the segment and wish it never occurred. This segment has been since edited off the WWE network, and the final instance of this took place in the Attitude Era and featured Goldust in blackface for a match with Flash Funk. Now, the reason for this was at the time Goldust was going through an identity crisis and was trying out new gimmicks. And number 1, Hulk Hogan's Rant. In 2015, it was
I heard about his rant. Like, I remember, like, the internet went crazy about it.
Feel that wrestling legend Hulk Hogan had gone on an anti-black rant during his league tape. In the rant, Hogan would express disgust with the idea of his daughter Brooke dating a black man. Hogan would repeatedly use the N-word as well as admit to being a racist. Following this revelation, WWE would cut ties from Hogan, releasing him from his contract as well as removing him from the WWE Hall of Fame. Hogan would also have all his merchandise pulled, and Mattel would stop making action figures of Hogan. As of today, Hogan believes that he's apologized to both the locker room and the WWE universe. However, some don't feel that way. But there you have it, folks. 10 of the most racist
Yeah, you only apologize when you get caught. But hey, anyway, good video, very informative. A lot of these I hadn't heard about. But anyway, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road to 200 subscribers, and we out. Peace.